McLaren. Just the name makes your heart rate go up. Say it out loud. McLaren. You felt that, didn't you? But here's what most people don't know. There isn't one McLaren. There are 7 levels. From a supercar that only cost $219,000 to a machine that sold at auction for over $20 million. Same badge. Completely different worlds. And the gap between level 1 and level 7 is not a gap. It's a canyon. Actually, it's not even a canyon. It's space. I'm Storm, and today we go through all of them. Don't blink. Level 1. The cheapest McLaren you can buy brand new in 2025. $219,000. I said cheapest. Twin-turbo V8, 620 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. Top speed, 203 miles per hour. Now let me put 203 miles per hour in perspective. The fastest a Formula 1 car goes on a straight is around 220 miles per hour. This road car that you can drive to the shops is doing 203, and McLaren had the nerve to call this the affordable one. You know what? For a McLaren, it kind of is. The GTS also comes with a full leather interior, an infotainment system, and actual luggage space. Because even at level 1, McLaren refuses to make something that isn't perfect level 2. McLaren said, what if we made a supercar that could also run on electricity? Not for saving the planet, for going faster. The Artura is a hybrid. Twin-turbo V6 plus an electric motor. Combined, 690 horsepower. Now here's the thing about the electric motor. It fires instantly. Zero lag. Zero hesitation. The moment you press that pedal, the torque hits before your brain can catch up. That's 3.0 seconds to 60 miles per hour. And get this, it has 21 miles of full electric range, meaning you could technically drive a McLaren completely silently through your neighborhood at 3 a.m. Not that I'm suggesting anything. The Artura also weighs less than 1,500 kilograms. For a hybrid supercar, that is borderline disrespectful to physics. Level 3 is where McLaren stops being polite. The 750S, 740 horsepower, not 750, 740. McLaren named it 750 because the torque is 750 Newton meters. Why? Because they can. 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. That's faster than your brain can process what just happened. You think 3 seconds, but 2.8 isn't 3. 2.8 is a different category of fast. Top speed, 206 miles per hour. The 750S also sheds 30 kilograms compared to its predecessor. McLaren was already obsessed with being light, and then they went and made it lighter. Because at McLaren, good enough isn't a phrase that exists. This is the car that makes Lamborghini owners nervous, and Ferrari owners pretend they're not looking. LT. 2 letters that mean one thing, track weapon, long tail. McLaren's code word for, we took the already insane version and removed everything that wasn't speed. The 765 LT, 765 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. But that's not the number that matters. The number that matters is 0 to 124 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds, not 0 to 60. 0 to 124. That's motorway speed. Doubled. In 7 seconds. McLaren stripped out the soundproofing, stripped out the carpets, made the seats out of carbon fiber. The doors are carbon fiber. The roof panel is carbon fiber. They even made the exhaust titanium to save weight. Titanium. On the exhaust, because every gram was a fight. Only 765 units were ever made, and every single one sold out immediately. Of course they did. Level 5. We crossed the $1 million line. The P1, built between 2013 and 2015. Only 375 ever made, all sold out before production even began. Think about that. People paid over $1 million for a car they had never seen, sat in, or driven. Just, I trust McLaren. Take my money. 903 horsepower. Hybrid. In 2013. McLaren was making hybrid hypercars before hybrid hypercars were a thing, before it was cool, before it was necessary, just because they could. 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. 0 to 124 in 6.8 seconds. Top speed? Limited to 217 miles per hour. Limited, meaning it could go faster. They just didn't let it. You ever wonder what the actual top speed was? McLaren hasn't said. Some things stay secrets. Today, a P1 sells for over $2 million at auction. It appreciated, a supercar. That went up in value. You know what else appreciated? Nothing else in your garage. The P1 isn't just a car, it's an investment that does 217 miles per hour. Level 6, 2025. McLaren's brand new hypercar, the W1. 1,258 horsepower. 1,258. I want you to sit with that number. For comparison, a Bugatti Veyron had 1,001. That was considered impossible when it launched. The W1 has 257 more than that. From a twin-turbo V8 and an electric motor working together like they made a deal with physics, and physics agreed. 0 to 60 under 2.5 seconds. 0 to 124 under 5 seconds. Under 5 seconds. The W1 also generates active downforce, meaning the car pushes itself into the road the faster it goes. At speed, it produces over 1,000 kilograms of downforce. The car weighs less than that, meaning it could theoretically drive on the ceiling. I'm not joking. Only 399 units exist. And here's the twist. All of them were already sold before the car was even revealed to the public. McLaren called their customers and said, "Hey, want to spend $2 million on something you've never seen?" And 399 people said yes, without hesitation. That's not a car. That's a religion. Level 7. This is not a car you buy. This is a car that chooses you. The McLaren F1, 1992. Let me say that again. 1992. Over 30 years ago, for 11 years after it launched, it was the fastest production car on Earth. No other car could touch it for over a decade. Top speed, 240.1 miles per hour, naturally aspirated, no turbo, no hybrid, no electricity, just a BMW V12. Sitting behind your head in 30 years of pure mechanical madness. The driver sat in the middle, not the left, not the right, the center. Because Gordon Murray, the man who designed it, wanted perfect balance. He also lined the engine bay with gold foil to reflect heat, not because it was expensive, because gold is the best heat reflector available. That's the level of obsession in this car. Only 106 were ever built. In 2023, one sold at auction for $20.5 million. $20.5 million. And the owner probably has 3 others. The McLaren F1 isn't level 7 of McLaren. It's level 7 of everything. So there you go. 7 levels. $219,000 to $20.5 million. One badge. One obsession. 7 completely different worlds. From a twin-turbo V8 that only does 203 miles per hour to a gold-lined BMW V12 that held the world speed record for 11 years. And somewhere out there, someone owns all 7. That person isn't watching this video. They're too busy being driven around in their F1. I'm Storm. Drop a comment. Which level would you take? Subscribe, because next week we go even deeper.